everybody and welcome to my channel. This is Leslie. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I am scrapping with one of my new cut files again, and this is something I've decided to do weekly now. Is when I scrap a page with my cut files that I've designed, I will release it to you guys. Now what you need to do is you need to email me at lesliescutfiles@gmail.com and I will email it to you in an attachment. So each week I release a new cut file, and then each week you can email me. You just have to wait for the release of the cut file that I do each week, and then you can email me the word. Like last week's word was adventure. So you can, if you want last week's and this week's email or cut files, you just email me adventure and memories, and I will send both in an attachment to you. So what I'm doing here is I am using the Crate Paper Heritage Collection, and I am cut file backing this cut file. And you'll see that I'm using the 6x8 paper pad, and I'm just using random papers, trying to mix it up a little bit. For instance, by not putting pink against or next to pink or blue next to blue, I try to make the colors as random as possible when I back a cut file, a word cut file like this. Now I am doing this for an album that I am creating of our photo shoot last year in December in 2019, and all of the photos sort of have the same coloring, and this collection works perfectly with that, not only because it's to do with family, but because the colors are very muted. There's lots of mustard, salmon colors, and so on. There's also lots of black, which I like a lot. The stark black against the muted tones are very beautiful. So here you see I'm just cutting out the inside of the M with my little scissors, and this is a very easy way of backing a cut file. There are different ways of backing cut files, but I find that this is the easiest way. And here you can see I've sort of tried to mix match the colors as much as possible. And I'm going to use this cut file as a very large title at the bottom of my page. This is the photo that I'm going to be using. It is of me and my husband, and we are standing in the desert with the sun behind us, the sun setting behind us. So I chose this photo with this cut file because of the way my husband is standing, and you can see that he's sort of pointing his right leg forward, and I'm going to be placing the photo behind the cut file, and I'm having his foot go in the valley of the M. And yeah, that sort of makes your eye go from the top of the photo, brings your eye down to the bottom of the photo, and then through the cut file. I am going to be backing the cut file with some little foam squares, and I'll be backing the photo as well with foam squares, just to give it some dimension and some interest. I'm going to be placing a large tag behind my photo with some two little ephemera pieces, that little piece, and then this little card that has a lot to say about life. This is a paper from Maggie Holmes' Willow Lane crate paper, and I'm going to be fussy cutting some of these flowers out and using them in this layout as well. Now the thing is that lots of Maggie Holmes' recent collections, I would say probably from about Flourish and then through to Willow Lane and then to now as well, has a lot in common. Lots of the colors are the same, the greens, the pinks, which are the salmon colors, and then the mustardy colors are the same. The blues are a bit different. Another collection I think would fit in this color scheme as well is Sunny Days, as well from Crate Paper. I'm going to be using loads of their 6x8 papers as well, bringing in lots of Flourish 6x8, Sunny Days 6x8, and then Willow Lane 6x8 papers as well, because every photo that I'm going to be scrapping on its own page will have a large cut file. Now I don't think I will be cut file or backing each large title that I'm going to be using, but I might. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing with each of them. I haven't made them all yet, but I'm going to be needing a lot of these little papers. I don't want to use my 12x12 papers to back my cut files. It feels like sacrilege cutting into a 12 by 12 paper for just a little teeny bit. I'm going to be using my my little leaf punch there to cut out a little sprig, 3 little sprigs, just to add some more detail to the little floral bit that I've got going there. Now, I had to add some black into this layout as well. In last week's layout, I used some black ink, which I used the little ink dauber just to splat some ink onto the layout. And this week, I'm just going to be using some Heidi Swapp Color Shine. Now, this is the glue that I use most often. It is just Aileen's craft glue. And it is very sticky. It bonds the papers together, or whatever you stick together, quite well. And I've actually stopped using my Scotch, my ATG, because the replacements are very expensive, and it's difficult to get it here in Dubai. I can't seem to find any more of the cartridges here in Dubai, which is sad. It's very convenient, the ATG, but this glue is a much cheaper option and readily available for me. So as you can see, I'm popping up my photo on some foam squares as well as the cut file, just to get a little bit of a shadow behind the letters. And I'm just going to be tucking that little flower in behind the cut file just a little bit. I love the fact that Maggie Holmes's collections all sort of, you know, her last couple collections, or her last few collections rather, seem to be going together, and you can really mix and match the pages and so on. I really, you know, you can get a lot of mileage out of these collections if you put them all together. I mean, I still have a massive amount of Maggie Holmes from the Flourish collection. I think I can probably make another three massive books with the Flourish collection that I have left. I think I bought it 3 or 4 times because I made so many papers with it, and it was so divine. I think that is probably one of my all-time favorite collections ever. I'm going to be using one of these little rubber pieces. Now these, they look like little wax seals, but they are rubber, and they've got a very sticky back, and that makes it very convenient just to stick it on. And when I saw these online, I thought they were little plastic wax seals, and I thought that they would break very easily. I've had these before. Years ago, I bought proper little wax seals, and they've all crumbled and broken. So I was quite nervous in getting these, but these are rubber, and they are very, very nice. So they will bend with your page. They are not going to break soon, not like proper wax seals. But they look very authentic, and they've got that little shine that a wax seal has. I'm using some Heidi Swapp black color shine here to make little ink splats or faux ink splats. The problem is that I didn't cover my photo, so I did get some color shine on my photo, which was a bit of a disaster. As you can see that I smudged it quite a lot. So I did get it off the photo, which is fine, but then I had that little smudge at the top of the photo on the page, which really irked me. So I wanted to kick myself for not covering the photo. But then I just took the chance to do some more embellishing, and I'm going to be cutting into that little green page there to add some more of those little sprigs. Now I'm quite sad that that little green page is so small. So I'm going to have to cut into the 12 by 12. If the 12 by 12, I don't know, does the 12 by 12 have that green page? I hope so. I'm going to have to cut into the 12 by 12 soon. If I use that green 6 by 8, if I finish it, I can't. It is here, it's just not gold foiled. Okay, so the 12 by 12 has it, but it's just not gold foiled, the little accents on the page. So I still got lots of green for the other pages I'm going to be making. So each week I'm going to be showing you guys the cut file that I designed and how I am using it. Now you guys can use this in whichever way you want to. It's for free. Just email me at lesliescutfiles@gmail.com and I'll email it back to you. Bye.